VOA News, 24th of April 2023, Australia will order a military buildup in response to China's rising power. The Australian military will quickly transform to prepare for a potential battle with China. To confront China's growing threat to the global rules-based order in the Indo-Pacific, a declassified version of a significant defense assessment released on Monday suggests that Australia purchase extended-range missiles. The paper describes the most significant restructuring of the Australian military in decades. Although Beijing's rapid military buildup and its territorial ambitions in the South China Sea are warned to threaten Australia's security, the Defence Review does not explicitly name China as a direct threat to that country. The possibility of a big battle in the region directly threatens our national interest, according to the report. The evaluation also discusses worries that Australia is no longer shielded by its geographic isolation and that the Australian Defence Force is not prepared for the missile age of modern warfare. Former Australian Defence Minister Stephen Smith and former Defence Chief Sir Angus Houston produced the study. It urges additional spending on long-range missiles and improvements to Northern Australia's military facilities. It advised the government to abandon the long-held belief that Australia would have 10 years' notice before preparing for a direct fight. Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese told reporters on Monday in Canberra that his country's military needed to be prepared for contemporary challenges. Albanese remarked that we face the most challenging strategic circumstances since the Second World War in our region and the world. To build a more secure Australia and a more stable and prosperous region, we invest in our capabilities and relationships. As Australia and other nations become more dependent on the military for disaster relief and humanitarian aid, the Australian Armed Forces Review also cautioned that climate change ran the risk of overwhelming defence capabilities. According to the Canberra government, the proposals from the military report will cost $12.6 billion. Beijing has not yet made any comments. Its relations with Australia have deteriorated recently due to several diplomatic and trade disputes. Still, since Canberra's left-leaning government was elected almost a year ago, tensions between the two countries have decreased, particularly following Prime Minister Albanese's meeting with Chinese President Xi Jinping in Indonesia last November. Albanese has previously emphasized that while improved ties with China, Australia's most significant economic partner, were crucial, there would unavoidably be differences between the two nations on several issues.